Okay, so this video picks up making a unit pocket and how we do our glossary. So I'm hoping I can do this with one hand here. All right, so it's time to start a new unit. So we always make a pocket, and in that pocket we put quizzes, we put any kind of little manipulatives we make, anything that's going to help the student study for test, but it's a good spot for things that you don't glue on a page. So the first thing we do is we take the next page, and you're going to take this and you're going to fold it back at a diagonal. Okay. So it's going to look like this. Your two pages will. And we take a little bit of glue and we stick it under the corner here. So again, hopefully I can do this with one hand. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit of glue in the corner, and I am very protective of my glue. My kids know the ... not a lot, because doing a journal you will go through a whole ton of glue. All right, so we glue that page back, and that just kind of helps keep it from catching. All right, and then the next thing we do is we put a very, very thin line of glue on this bottom blue line, and sometimes I have them do it here. It's easier for them on this page that we folded. So a little line of glue here, and then up to the edge where our fold starts. So we put a little bit here, and then a couple dots along that bottom edge. And then they can take that page and they can fold it over and press it down, and they have now made a unit pocket. And my kids keep everything. They keep all their quizzes, they keep all their warm-ups, any shapes that we cut out, so we always label these. So this is just going to be our practice unit. And you can have them label them like you saw in mine where it said Unit 1. You can have them put the title of the unit. So for 8th grade, that would be Statistics with Univariate Data. So they could put Unit 1, Statistics with Univariate Data. And we label these in our journals. They go in our table of contents. And so you can see one up here, Unit 1 pocket. Again, you might have them write the title of the unit. And to kind of show you some of the stuff in one of our unit pockets, this is one of my foldables where they build the 3D shapes to compare the volume between pyramids and prisms. So they all got a paper clip, and I try to print everything in color that I can. And you can see these other ones where they've labeled the bases. And so those are our unit pockets. The other thing they do is we glue in homework. This goes in between our journal pages. We glue it in the crease. But this way, when they get ready to study for a test, they have a all-inclusive study guide. They can see all their old homeworks. They can see the kind of problems they had. And so we put these throughout our journal. And that's one of the reasons that our journal is so fat, is because we glue all of these homeworks in. Okay, so our glossary. So last year, I did my glossary a little bit different. This year, I'm changing it. So if you have purchased any of the unit bundles, you will have seen this, the Unit 1 glossary. So how we're going to do our glossary this year is we're going to fill it out. We will cut this page and trim it up where it'll fit. And so Unit 1 will go on the very last page of our journal. And we'll go backwards. So this would be Unit 1, and then the next page over would be Unit 2, Unit 3. This just helps you save pages. If you try to kind of guess where you need to be in here, you sometimes have extra pages left over, and I hate having blank pages in mine. The other thing that I started this year are our tips and our tricks. And so for each unit, we wrote down little tips and tricks. Kind of a flow chart for whole numbers, integers, and rationals. For adding integers, add a line, change the sign. Keep, change, flip for division. TBO, top in, bottom out, that's for making a fraction into a division problem. And so we do this for each unit, and I give my students 1 bonus point for every one of these that they write on the front of their test. And they will ask, hey, can we get the bonus points this time? Absolutely, absolutely they can. And every time they do this, it just digs it a little bit deeper into their brain, and you will see them do this on their test. You'll see them do it on their STAR test, on their semester test, and you can tell that they've remembered these things just by our little tips and tricks. So we did different colors for each unit, and it seemed to work really well. So that's all that I have for journals right now. If you have any questions, as always, you're more than welcome to email me. You can leave a comment on here. And I hope everyone has a great start of the school year.